Hey, adrenaline junkies, welcome back. What you're about to see isn't scripted, it isn't staged, and it definitely isn't safe. This is raw police body cam footage where one bad decision turns into a chain reaction of chaos, sirens, and split-second judgment calls. Stay locked in, because once this starts, there's no pause button.
Was fast, stolen, and already known for running from police. On August 19, 2024, Deputy Bradford with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office spotted the black Scat Pack on Bethsaida Road. Before he could even turn around to confirm the fake Texas temp tag, the driver hit the gas and took off, initiating yet another wild pursuit.
Hey, he's coming out in 314. 314 heading towards 138. I'm clear. Alright, he's coming to you. Get ready. I'm catching up to him now. I'm right behind him. He's done ran from South Fulton multiple times. He's got a fake tag on the vehicle. It's likely 34. Union City.
The suspect survived the pit, but not without damage. He lost a tire, and now with only 3 left, the real struggle began.
Again, he recovered. We're still going. Speed to 60, travel west, 138. Coming up,
That pit brought the vehicle to a stop, but the suspect wasn't done. He jumped out and took off on foot, still refusing to surrender.
Light male tread. Stop! I'm releasing the dog! Stop! Tase him! Tase him! Tase him! Tase him! White male, we got him. We got him.
The suspect, 20-year-old Marquez Milner, was taken into custody after a struggle in the undergrowth. A loaded Glock was found inside the vehicle along with a strong odor of marijuana. And after further inspection, deputies discovered the VIN had been altered. The Dodge was stolen out of Georgia Tech PD. 28th, 2022, deputies spotted a driver making questionable moves and decided to pull him over. But what happened next? That's when things in Effingham County took a dangerous turn. The driver didn't just ignore commands. He hit the gas, and what followed left deputies stunned. The suspect wasn't going fast, but his decisions were reckless. First, he blew through an active construction zone, then things got worse. He swerved around a school bus that was unloading children.
Stop here in front of my door.
Once the vehicle came to a stop, deputies searched it, and what they found sealed the deal. A glass pipe, cocaine, and drug paraphernalia. Morris refused a blood test and was booked on multiple charges, including felony fleeing, reckless driving, and possession of cocaine. When his case went to trial, the jury didn't hesitate. On February 13, 2023, Morris was found guilty on all counts except DUI and sentenced to 10 years in Georgia State Prison. No probation and no parole. 2023, Arkansas State Police were called in to assist North Little Rock officers already engaged in a pursuit. The chase began when a black Acura MDX refused to stop, leading troopers onto Interstate 630 as the suspect weaved through freeway exits in an attempt to escape.
Going north on Rodney Parham.
I'll call it. We're Rodney Parham coming back up to 630 on ramp. Continuing Rodney Parham coming up to Choctaw. Tell me what you're talking about. Which direction on Rodney Parham? Mark him.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Get him! Get him!
After the crash, the suspect, later identified as Devont Jones, bailed out and ran on foot but surrendered moments later. His vehicle rolled into the patrol unit with minimal damage. Jones was taken to the Pulaski County Detention Center, where he was charged with fleeing, driving on a suspended license, criminal mischief, no insurance, illegal window tint, and more. 2021, Atlanta police received an urgent lookout. A murder suspect was on the run in the victim's stolen car. The victim, 36-year-old Ashley Thompson, had been found shot to death just hours earlier. Investigators quickly identified the suspect as Nigel Andrews, a man with a violent history, now armed, dangerous, and desperate to escape. The trooper maneuvered into position and executed a flawless pit, spinning the Altima into a curb and bringing it to a stop. The suspect bailed out and ran, but he didn't make it far. Troopers chased him down, deployed a taser, and put him in cuffs. The man was identified as Nigel Andrews, wanted for murder, and handed over to Atlanta police homicide detectives. On January 21st, 2025, a trooper spotted a white Cadillac with Georgia tag. Forest Park police had previously attempted to stop this vehicle, but the driver fled days earlier. After running the tag through GCIC, it was confirmed that the vehicle's registration had been suspended since November 7, 2024. When the trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the driver had no intention of pulling over and instead took off northbound on Highway 85, sparking a pursuit.
We get about 6 Henry.
We're approaching Airport South Park Road. Clayton 93 radio. I'm trying to attempt the 72. We're passing Lee's Mill on Highway 85 on Georgia Tag, Charlie uniform. 7406. Whiskey 7406. Clear golden color Cadillac. Charlie uniform whiskey 7406.
Hop out of it. Traffic bubble.
Clear 2011 Cadillac, white color, under registration, no valid.
The suspect slowed down, making it seem like he was about to pull over. But just as the troopers prepared to approach, he hit the gas once again, sending a clear message that he had no plans of stopping on his own.
Took off. I got one taking off on me. We're gonna be flag down GSP. Late 93, we still on Lee's Mill and Highway to... Damn!
I got you.
Okay, y'all get off the radio. We're gonna be Lee's Mill approaching Forest Parkway. Speeds are about 50 miles.
Are you in pursuit?
That's affirmative. We're on Forest Parkway approaching 75.
Even though the suspect wasn't driving fast, the conditions made this chase especially dangerous. With so many cars on the road, navigating through traffic became a real challenge for the trooper, adding another layer of risk to the pursuit.
Hey, to the unit that's coming behind me, take over traffic. Eastbound Augusta Greenville, getting on to 285 right now, radio.
These are 6 miles. What's up, man?
285 East.
65. Traffic.
Traffic light. Pit.
Finally, once the road cleared, the trooper executed a perfect pit maneuver, successfully bringing the suspect to a stop. Troopers quickly exited their patrol cars, moved in, and took the suspect into custody without further incident.
I didn't do that. Put your hands behind your back. Go ahead, put your hand behind your back. I got you.
I didn't do nothing.
You got your cuff.
I didn't do nothing, sir.
There you go.
I didn't do nothing.
Let me get your right hand.
What did I do?
Get your right hand. There you go.
What did I do, sir? What did I do? I'm sorry. All right, please, sir. Tell me what I did. Tell me what I did, sir.
We're going to get to you in a second, okay?
Mr. Atkins admitted to consuming several alcoholic beverages before getting behind the wheel. As a result, GSP charged him with DUI less safe, along with additional charges. Due to his complaints, he was taken to Southern Regional Hospital, where medical staff confirmed he had cocaine in his system at the time of the incident. After being discharged, he was transported to Clayton County Jail for booking.
Put your hand this way. Put it this way. Put it this way. Yep.
They're about to wreck out right here. It's like, yep, they're wrecking out in the median.
In Texarkana, Arkansas, on Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024, Arkansas's state police assisted Texarkana, Arkansas Police Department in the pursuit of a stolen vehicle near Garland and Jefferson Avenues. ASP located the suspect driving the stolen vehicle north on Jefferson Avenue. The suspect turned onto Interstate 30 eastbound, reaching speeds of approximately 95 miles per hour. The suspect nearly lost control of the vehicle, showcasing a lack of driving skill. The attempt to overtake vehicles in front by using the median only confirmed this further.
Traffic clear. I'm going to try to get TV out. I'm passing on the left inside shoulder. They're about to wreck out right here. It's like, yep, they're wrecking out in the median. Roll over.
Troopers arrested the 17-year-old driver from Texarkana after the crash. The suspect was taken to a juvenile detention center in Pine Bluff. This arrest came just days before his trial for first-degree murder in connection with the death of Kendrick Roquemore in September 2023. The suspect, who had been out on a $250,000 bond for the murder charge, is also facing felony charges for theft of property and fleeing. On October 3, 2024, Miller County Circuit Judge Carlton Jones revoked his previous bond and set a new bond of $250,000 for the new charges. This is going to be one of the craziest pursuits you'll ever see. It all went down in Russia when a guy stole a truck with a car carrier trailer. Buckle up, because this pursuit is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. As one driver tried to block the suspect rammed his vehicle, sending him completely off the road, and then continued fleeing like nothing had happened.
Склоним я 3196, открываю огонь на поражение. Подожди, не спеши. Предупредительно, Олежка, только предупредительно. Только предупредительно, Олежка. Олежка, предупредительно, пару штук сделай. Давай, предупреди. Открываем огонь на поражение, останавливайся, прибором.
One officer opened fire, attempting to deflate one of the tires, but the shot was unsuccessful. As the pursuit continued, more patrol cars joined the chase, intensifying the effort to bring the suspect to a stop.
Подожди, не надо. Подожди, проедет эту машину. Пускай проедет поворот.
As another patrol car joined the pursuit, one officer opened fire again, this time successfully deflating one of the suspect's tires. That shot would have a huge impact on the chase. After another 10 minutes of high-speed driving down the highway, the suspect lost 2 more tires and finally decided to pull over and surrender. He was arrested and taken into custody. On December 4th, 2024, while on patrol, Trooper Eric was informed by dispatch that Sebastian County deputies were in pursuit of a vehicle in Fort Smith. Upon arriving in the area, Trooper Eric joined the pursuit at the intersection of North Greenwood Avenue, where he took over as the primary unit.
Chevy truck.
Negative, it's a Dodge car. South on Greenwood, just past the green. TBI.
Trooper Eric performed a tactical vehicle intervention, causing the suspect vehicle to collide with a concrete barrier and an electrical control box, ultimately disabling it. The driver, identified as Yardley Leonard, quickly exited the vehicle, surrendered, and was taken into custody. Leonard requested transport to Baptist Hospital, but was released shortly after evaluation and ultimately transported to the Sebastian County Adult Detention Center without further incident. He was charged with the following: fleeing felony vehicle or conveyance parole revocation, absconding, failure to appear on felony, failure to appear on class misdemeanor criminal mischief. And back in 2021, Massachusetts State Police found themselves in a thrilling multi-city chase. It all kicked off when a driver was spotted weaving in and out of lanes at an alarming speed. As the trooper witnessed the reckless driving, he closed in and activated his emergency lights and sirens. But instead of stopping, the driver floored it, igniting a wild, high-speed pursuit.
Looks like we're going to pass the 24 extension. Still westbound, speed is 72. Okay, Somerset PD has somebody yelling out with the truck. Past 79, we're going to be getting on the Bracket Bridge, back in the middle lane, speed is 65. Traffic here again. Traffic still feels caught up out there. Caution, please. Okay, we just entered Somerset. We're going to be getting off the half mile to 103, middle lane.
With multiple patrol cars now involved in the pursuit, one trooper positioned ahead prepared to set up spike strips as the suspect approached. This trooper knew it was crucial to deploy the spikes before considering a pit maneuver, aiming to bring the chase to a safe and effective conclusion.
Mile marker 8.2, westbound, 73 miles per hour, middle lane. Traffic still light. Middle lane, 73 miles per hour, traffic still light. Up, change to the left lane. Half mile from the rest area in Swansea. Okay, 1009 is going to be in the lead. I'll be secondary behind him. What is it? You can still make it. 1455 is in on for 136. 8 mile marker, just let me know what land on. Deployed, looks like successfully. Now 25.
As the suspect barreled down the highway, he neared the position of the trooper who had set up the spike strips. With perfect timing, the trooper successfully deployed the strips just as the suspect sped past, a critical move that could change the course of this intense chase.
Decom has eyes on you. Okay, it looks like things just it's unknown if it's going to take effect. We are approaching the line, though. Here, see.
Positive hit on the two right and front and left. Looks like she's pulling over.
The mile marker is 0.2. She's pulling over in the breakdown lane.
With his tires deflated, the suspect finally decided to pull over and surrender, bringing this thrilling multi-city chase to a close. He was arrested and taken into custody without any further incident, ending the tense pursuit safely. On February 3rd, 2024, in Clay County, Kentucky, a Dodge Caliber was spotted speeding. When Trooper Dylan Rose activated his emergency lights and sirens, the driver refused to stop, prompting Trooper Rose to inform other units as the pursuit began. The pursuit quickly moved out of the city into a rural area with limited visibility, making the situation even more dangerous. Adding to the risk, the fleeing driver recklessly driving in lane for oncoming traffic.
Jackson County on Baldwin.
Just turn left on Baldwin Bridge, just back to Charles Street. Take 15 fleet car up.
The fleeing driver led Trooper Dylan deep into the mountains under the cover of darkness. Alone in the pursuit with no backup nearby, Trooper Dylan faced the challenge of navigating an unfamiliar area, relying on his training to handle the unpredictable situation.
We're getting back on the Dodge Caliber.
Yeah, boy, we just turned left onto Robinson Street. I don't know here. There are a couple landmarks I know that I haven't gone.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Don't move! Who else is in the car?
Nobody, sir.
As the driver made a sharp left turn and began heading uphill, the pursuit came to an abrupt stop. With nowhere left to run, the suspect exited the vehicle and surrendered, lying on the ground. Trooper Dylan swiftly arrested him, bringing this intense mountain chase to a close.
What's your name?
John.
John what?
Brumley.
John Brumley. We chased you a month ago. I don't know where we're at.
Next to Bridge Branch.
Hang on just a second. Where we at?
Next to Bridge Branch.
On October 22nd, 2022, Officer Hammonds was stationed at the Taneytown Police Department when he observed a white Nissan Altima displaying Arkansas license plate. Running the plate through the ACIC system, he confirmed the vehicle was reported stolen. Additionally, it was noted that Washington County had recently been involved in a pursuit involving a white Altima near Lincoln. Officer Hammonds promptly informed dispatch and began following the vehicle. When the driver refused to stop and fled, Officer Hammonds initiated a pursuit.
To King George now, speeds 95. County, they just hit some cars and crashed out. Now they're back on the road. County, we're getting on 49. Getting on 49. We're gonna be headed north on 49. Or correction, south on 49.
As the pursuit began, the suspect crashed multiple times, causing visible damage to the vehicle. One of the tires became deflated, with sparks flying underneath the car due to the damaged rim. Despite this, the suspect continued driving recklessly, endangering other motorists and refusing to stop.
You might be trying to take non-ties. We're still on interstate. Just all he's passing people on the shoulder.
The suspect was driving at a dangerously high speed, making it incredibly challenging for troopers to get close to the vehicle. At one point, the troopers' windshield wipers making the dash cam footage difficult to see. For the next 10 minutes, the pursuit continued without significant developments, but as the windshield cleared and visibility improved, the action resumed. The suspect eventually came to a stop after losing control of his vehicle. The trooper swiftly maneuvered to block the suspect's car, exiting the patrol vehicle and instructing the suspect to exit his vehicle slowly. However, the suspect attempted to run once again. But with his vehicle blocked and nowhere to go, he had no choice but to surrender. He exited the vehicle and was promptly arrested and taken into custody. The suspect was charged with multiple offenses following the reckless pursuit and dangerous driving, felony fleeing or attempting to elude, reckless driving, driving under the influence of drugs, possession of methamphetamine and paraphernalia, possession of a weapon, failure to obey traffic signals. Morning of February 15, 2024, an off-duty Detroit police officer was ambushed. Someone opened fire on him while he was driving his personal vehicle. The officer survived and quickly relayed the suspect's license plate to dispatch. By 3:30 p.m., Michigan State troopers spotted the vehicle. When the driver refused to stop, a pursuit was launched.
Yes, sir, we're going to be
southbound Telegraph coming up to Franklin Road. That's where that shooting suspect. Speeds are about 68 miles an hour.
Roger, 17 miles, you're over. photography. 14. We're still southbound on Charter. 90. Dispensers, everybody, thank you for your assistance. Safe. Dispenser, one more
Knowing the suspect was armed and had already fired on a police officer, troopers couldn't afford a single mistake. Every move had to be calculated. Multiple patrol units joined the pursuit, determined to stop this driver before anyone else got hurt. But watching how the suspect weaved through traffic with reckless abandon, it was clear this wouldn't be easy. He was desperate, dangerous, and fully willing to pull the trigger again.
About to get off at 9 Mile. No, he stayed. He's to 8 Mile.
Let's go call the person shooting at her and her mother. Accident at 8 Mile. Not to the wall, but 8 Mile. So, standing by to go to the hospital, man. Yeah, should be fine. Approaching Pembroke. 323, we'll be back in the door. Eastbound Pembroke from Greenview.
As the chase dragged on, troopers were making little headway. Every time they closed in, the suspect would hit the gas, blasting through traffic like a missile on wheels. It became too dangerous to match his speed, forcing troopers to hold back. But then, just when it felt like the suspect might actually get away, he made a critical mistake, a wrong move at the wrong time.
Speeds are 65.
We have a unit from 6 over.
Alright, northbound South Filters Drive for Pipeline. Speeds are 25. Just gonna hit a pole, but kept it together. Coming to a stop. Successful cut.
Hands up! You move like a don't move! Keep your hands up! No! Now wait! Good, cover. I got the You both just fucking hands. I'm scared! Don't shoot me! Please, Alright, he's coming out.
Here's cuffs.
You got him?
Just watch your hands. Watch your hands.
I got it. It's in the car.
The moment the suspect slipped, troopers didn't hesitate. MSP's K-9 team and emergency support units moved in fast, and with a perfectly executed pit, they brought the chase to an end. The suspect was taken into custody without further incident, and the very firearm used in the original shooting, it was found right on April 6th, 2024 at around 4:58 a.m. West Valley Division patrol officers were traveling west in the block of Sherman Way in Los Angeles when they approached the intersection of Sherman Way and Reseda Boulevard. They pulled up beside a gray 2019 Lamborghini Huracan that was stopped at a red traffic light. And here's where things get weird. The driver was sleeping. The officers immediately repositioned their patrol vehicle behind the Lamborghini.
Step out of the car right now. What do I do, sir? I'll explain in a second. I need you to step out of the car for me.
Hey, there's a back here, supervisor. You want us to run away? You're responding. Respond one time only.
You're being detained.
Out of 37 people.
I know the law. I read my license.
I understand that. I need you to come out of the vehicle right now.
So you tell me I know the law.
Okay, I know the law as well. Look, we're going to go back and forth. I have a bunch of units responding.
This is a regular traffic stop, right?
This was a regular traffic stop and then it turned into something else.
What is it?
This vehicle is stolen. I need you to come out of the car. This vehicle that you're driving is stolen.
No, I rented this vehicle, sir.
Okay, I need you to step out of the vehicle.
I rented this vehicle.
Okay, well, we need to double check and verify things, but I need you out of the vehicle in the meantime. It is stolen.
No.
Hey, stop!
After several minutes, Dugan sped away at a high rate of speed. The officers activated their emergency lights and siren and initiated a pursuit. A few seconds after the pursuit began, Dugan lost control of the Lamborghini while traveling at a high rate of speed.
1047 on pursuit, still on vehicle. It's going Vegas crash, UTC. Vehicle STC on Sherman Way and Van Alden.
Frequency is standby, 1047 is number 2, 1047.
He's got to be inside the capacity.
The crash was horrific, so bad that the Lamborghini split in half. Imagine how violent that impact must have been. Officers tried to locate the suspect, searching through the wreckage. After some time, they realized he wasn't trapped inside the destroyed vehicle, but had been ejected instead.
I can't tell, dude.
Hey, did you guys see anyone run? Did you see anyone run?
Hey, I didn't see nobody run. It's because we were just inside.
All right, cool.
Hey, we heard everything.
Hey, did they find them?
This is the moment officers spotted Dugan. He was ejected several hundred feet away on a nearby sidewalk, where paramedics pronounced him deceased at the scene. The pursuit and crash remain under investigation. Here's a sobering thought. High-speed crashes in supercars are almost always fatal. These vehicles aren't designed to protect you when you lose control at extreme speed. On October 12, 2024, at around 9:49 a.m., Trooper Trey Smith observed a gray Mercedes speeding eastbound on Interstate 630, clocking it at 81 miles per hour in a 60 mph zone near mile marker 5. The vehicle exited onto University Avenue southbound, and though briefly delayed by traffic, Trooper Smith kept sight of it. As he crossed 12th Street, he spotted the car in the right lane attempting to flee at high speed. Trooper Smith then initiated his lights and siren to pursue. The trooper lost sight of the suspect due to heavy traffic, but another trooper quickly located the vehicle. With the lights and sirens activated, the suspect finally pulled over.
Step out of the car. Lay on the ground. Back here.
Are you close? You're good, man.
430, not Stagecoach.
The suspect was arrested and taken into custody without further incident. When asked why he fled, he claimed he was rushing to a friend's house, even sideswiping another vehicle in the process. Instead of soning up to his mistake, this 49-year-old driver decided to escalate things even further. After blowing through a stop sign and crashing into another car, he threatened the other driver and then took off when police arrived. The suspect pushed his luck, speeding through rain-soaked roads, a dangerous decision that would soon backfire in a big way.
Right on the first 90
to 934. Vehicle was crashed out first corner on. We got out of the vehicle, got out of the fence.
Roll's reckless escape didn't last long. He lost control, flipped the car, and crashed into a fence. Officers quickly moved in and took him into custody. Now he's facing a long list of charges, including assault, hit and run, eluding, and driving with a suspended license. On May 11, 2022, an Arkansas State Police trooper was involved in a pursuit of a Mustang whose driver tried to outrun him, reaching speeds of up to 130 miles per hour during the chase.
Texas 28,
The Mustang driver clearly wasn't familiar with the area as he eventually drove into a dead end, bringing his escape to a halt.
Just hit him at the end of Horton. Let me see your hand!
The trooper rammed the Mustang once, causing the driver to come to a stop. The trooper exited his patrol car and immediately arrested the driver. On June 1st, 2022, Arkansas State Police troopers were involved in a pursuit of a Mitsubishi driver. And Trooper Brendan joined the chase as the secondary unit for 10 minutes before taking over as the primary unit.
Ford, I'm going to be leading pursuit.
Is there care like you have you coming back to work on board?
Flavorant unit, I get a safe location. I'm on Tri Pit.
Cable.
The pursuit in this area posed a challenge for the trooper as he was unfamiliar with the surroundings and terrain.
6500 block.
Newport, current speed 65. Coming up on Floral Road.
Still southbound on Kansas Dakota 487. Police. Speed 42 today, probably about a mile from 87 possible.
We just crossed Camp Dakota, or correction, Floral Road.
Southbound on Cedar Grove Road now. Okay.
The trooper stayed close behind the suspect, trying to remain as close as possible, waiting for the moment the suspect made a turn onto a road to execute a potential TVI.
Hey, what road are you on?
Turn left. Hey, where you at now? You go to the right.
40 to 4. a tree.
Come back down.
As the suspect sped at a high rate, he lost control and crashed into a tree. He came to a complete stop, and troopers quickly got him out of the vehicle and arrested him. The suspect was taken into custody, bringing this wild chase to an end. On April 26, 2025, in Little Rock, Arkansas, an Arkansas state trooper patrolling Interstate 30 spotted a white Dodge Charger flying down the highway at over 100 miles per hour, weaving recklessly between lanes. What should have been a simple traffic stop was about to turn into a drunken, chaotic mess that didn't end on the highway. It ended in a hospital room. When the trooper lit him up near mile marker 137, the driver slowed for a moment, but then hit the gas again, blasting past the Arch Street overpass, and the chase was on. The trooper stayed calm, waited for the right moment, and at mile marker 134, he saw an opportunity and lined up for a pit.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Turn around! Turn around! Put your hands up!
The driver, later identified as Marquise Christian, stumbled out, clearly intoxicated and barely able to stand. He was taken into custody without a fight, but things were far from over. At Encore Hospital, Christian's behavior exploded. He started screaming at doctors, cursing at nurses, and even threw a urinal across the room. Once medically cleared, Christian was transported to jail, charged with fleeing, DWI, reckless driving, and disorderly conduct. On April 6, 2023, while patrolling westbound on Interstate 40 at mile marker 135, a trooper observed a white Chevrolet Cruze traveling in the left lane with windows tinted too dark to see through. The vehicle followed a pickup truck too closely and impeded traffic in the left lane. When the trooper activated emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop, the Chevrolet Cruze exited at mile marker 132 but failed to stop. After rolling slowly onto Baker Wills Parkway, the vehicle suddenly accelerated, initiating a pursuit.
We're slow rolling. We're taking the 132 right now.
As the suspect in the white Chevrolet Cruze accelerated to evade law enforcement, the trooper quickly closed the distance and executed a pit maneuver. After the successful pit maneuver disabled the suspect's vehicle, the driver exited and fled on foot, attempting to evade capture. Troopers immediately pursued the suspect in a brief foot chase. One trooper deployed a taser, effectively stopping the suspect. The individual was then arrested without further incident and taken into custody.
Get out now! Stay right there! Stop or I'll shoot you!
On Thursday morning in Clayton County, Georgia, an officer attempted to stop a speeding car on War Woman Road. However, the driver had no intention of pulling over, turning a routine traffic stop into something far worse.
260 special, 138. 6205, this one's going 1080 on me. It's going to be a silver sedan, Georgia plate, Romeo Golf Bravo 7774. We're going down Rickman right now.
To the pickup truck.
Negative, he's 1015. We're up, we're at the nursing home.
The suspect crashed shortly after, and the officer exited the patrol car, attempting to make an arrest. But just like everything else in this clip, things took a turn for the worse once again.
Stay in the car! Do not move! Do not move! He's trying to break the glass and get out. I don't know if he has anything. I can't see him. Stop now! Stop! Get out now! Stay right there! Stop or I'll shoot you! Shots fired, shots fired. Stay down! Do not move! I don't know, just one. He came at me with a knife. I shot him. I want to roll him over. You good? You got him? Hold on.
The suspect exited the vehicle and suddenly attacked the officer with a knife. Despite multiple commands to stop and drop the weapon, he refused to comply. Left with no other choice, the officer opened fire. What was supposed to be a routine traffic stop took a tragic turn, and the suspect was pronounced dead at the scene. On December 13th, 2024, Trooper Dobbins assisted the Van Buren Police Department with a vehicle that refused to stop. Corporal Arnold had initiated a traffic stop on a gold Chevrolet Malibu. However, the vehicle failed to comply and continued traveling east at speeds of 60 to 70 miles per hour. The driver, later identified as Shumei Jang, persisted in fleeing as they passed the 8-mile marker on Interstate 40.
Charlie 6 trying to come behind you. Still one stranger again. Keep going up. Right here, got traffic. Alright,
TVI, before the scale.
As soon as Trooper Dobbins took primary unit in the pursuit, he swiftly executed a TVI, bringing the suspect vehicle to a stop. With precision, Trooper Dobbins exited his patrol car and apprehended the female suspect, bringing the chase to an end. After the pursuit ended, the suspect, later identified as Jang, was taken into custody by the Van Buren Police Department. She was then transported to the Crawford County Detention Center. Jang faces charges of fleeing an improper lane change. In Collier County, Florida, a trooper was monitoring traffic when a vehicle sped past his location, clearly exceeding the posted speed limit. Without hesitation, the trooper activated his lights and sirens, initiating a pursuit as the driver refused to pull over.
Oh, unlock the door. Go. Take me out.
The pursuit came to an end when the suspect's vehicle was stopped, and both occupants were taken into custody. The driver, identified as Levi LaShawn Ross Jr., was charged with fleeing or eluding police, driving with a suspended license, and possession of marijuana. On May 11th, 2023, a Forsyth County Sheriff's officer clocked a driver going 87 miles per hour in a 40 miles per hour zone. The officer turned around, activated emergency lights and sirens, but the driver failed to stop, initiating a pursuit.
Charge is speeding, 87, 45. Going towards Cherokee. Approaching Bellevue. Speed's 140.
Clear speed 140. Radio unit, south 10-3.
Pit.
The officer executed a pit maneuver at a staggering 140 miles per hour. Truly intense. The 19-year-old driver was arrested on the spot and taken into custody without further incident, bringing the short chase to an end. On January 8th, 2025, the Olympia Police Department received a flock LPR hit on a vehicle operated by a known drug dealer who was armed with a handgun. Olympia officers followed the suspect down Interstate 5 and requested backup from Thurston County Sheriff's Office, which had over 20 deputies, multiple K-9 units, and several grappler-equipped vehicles on patrol. TCSO attempted a traffic stop, but the driver fled, prompting the pursuit to be authorized.
5-8, I'm going to try to get him around this corner.
Take him now. One for a grapple at Maytown. K9's in the pursuit. Got it on westbound Maytown Road, speeds of 56 miles an hour, and heading southbound on Case, light traffic.
Now southbound on Keys for Maytown, light traffic 1849.
16-2, Smoky's up.
Fish on.
If you go bell, let the dog go.
As the suspect took the exit, the pursuit intensified, but in a swift move, the grappler was deployed, successfully immobilizing the suspect and bringing the chase to an end. Thanks to the precision of the technique, no damage was done to the patrol vehicle. What do you think? Should law enforcement use the grappler more often to safely end pursuits? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Hands up! Keep your hands up!
I got 40!
To your knees! Drop to your knees! Hands on your head!
Watch that guy.
Move in, Wade.
Watch that guy. Watch it.
The suspect was taken into custody. A search of the suspect revealed an empty holster, along with visible drug paraphernalia in the car. A subsequent search warrant yielded narcotics, scales, and baggies inside the vehicle. When asked what he was supposed to do when the police activate their lights, the suspect casually replied, "Hit the gas." It turns out the suspect had multiple warrants, including a felony escape from the Department of Corrections and violations of a domestic violence protection order. He has now been booked into Thurston County Jail on charges of possession of narcotics with intent to deliver, attempting to elude, and his outstanding warrants. 2023 in Miami-Dade County, Florida. A quiet afternoon turns chaotic when Homestead Police and Miami-Dade PD call for backup. They're chasing a stolen U-Haul van, linked not only to a series of thefts, but also to an assault on a police officer in Broward County. As the van races northbound on Florida's turnpike, speeds climbing fast, Florida Highway Patrol units are called in to bring this chase to an end.
Because he was on what, the center lane? Bypass 836. Yep, 836 northbound. I'm gonna call it. 94. 83 left to the other person. I know it was 32 on the battery, please. You're still following the vehicle, stand by. That's 26. All the home stations just want to cover this channel.
As the pursuit continued, the suspect drove with extreme recklessness, swerving from one side of the highway to the other at dangerously high speeds. What made things even tougher for the troopers was the heavy traffic. With so many cars on the road, setting up a safe pit maneuver was nearly impossible.
We're passing 41st, passing 41st. Still at 94.
Very much?
Yeah, that's right. 223 passing 74, passing 74th Street. Introducing 14 vehicles on the rim.
Yeah, they're about to pit. Be careful, bud.
As the pursuit approached a construction zone, the suspects were forced to slow down, weaving through vehicles packed tightly on the road. The troopers saw their chance. The moment the traffic cleared, they moved in fast, knowing an opportunity like this wouldn't come again. Officers swarm in, pulling multiple suspects from the van, all taken into custody without further incident. The stolen vehicle, the assaults, the thefts, it all ends here. The suspects are handed over to the Homestead Police Department, the same agency whose officer they injured earlier that day. Another wild pursuit across Miami-Dade, another example of quick coordination between agencies, and another reminder that when you run in Florida, the Highway Patrol will catch up fast. Florida, on May 26, 2025, Corporal Gary Miller clocked a driver going 20 over the speed limit. When he tried to stop the vehicle, 31-year-old Leroy Graham had other plans and took off.
We're southbound on 35th Avenue Road, not eluding me, but going about 30 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour, coming up to 27. He's running a red light at I-75. Looks like we're about to get on the interstate. Alright, we're 1031, passing interstate westbound.
After cruising at a normal pace, Leroy suddenly hit the gas and took off at high speed.
60 miles per hour, no traffic.
Coming up 27th Avenue, going southbound.
Coming up 27th Avenue, going south.
Coming up to State Road 40.
Coming up to State Road 40.
Past State Road 40, still southbound.
Mayor, keep us updated on traffic conditions.
Passing Southwest 10th Street, no traffic coming up towards 200.
Southwest 10th Street, no traffic.
After 2 solid pit maneuvers, Leroy likely realized the chase was over, and moments later he gave up and pulled over.
200.
Westbound on 200.
Hold the traffic. Hey, stop him. Put your hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Put your hands up!
How you running southbound? Towards speed.
During the felony stop, Graham was taken into custody and admitted he fled because he didn't have a valid license. He was arrested, booked into Marion County Jail on a $5,500 bond, and released later that day, 2025, in Gandy Bridge, Florida. What started as a routine speeding stop turned into a fireball of chaos when a Toyota Supra ripped across the bridge at triple-digit speeds. The Supra, clocked at 93 in a 55, pushed past 100 miles per hour as the driver ignored troopers' commands and weaved eastbound across the span.
Deputy Corner, 1039, so likely to detail showing expired last from 44335. You advise that vehicle is about.
With danger mounting and trooper lined up for the pit, the Supra spun out, slammed into a light pole, and instantly ignited into flames. Both the driver and passenger scrambled with injuries but survived the fiery wreck. Troopers pulled them from the blaze, ending the chase before it claimed lives on the crowded bridge. The driver, 31-year-old Brandon Ramnarine of Tampa, now faces felony charges of fleeing and eluding at high speed. His passenger was hospitalized, both lucky to escape alive. A clear reminder, when you gamble against the Florida Highway Patrol on the Gandy, the house always wins. February 10, 2024, Clayton County units located a stolen vehicle in Riverdale. When deputies attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the suspect immediately fled, sparking a high-speed chase.
Okay, where are you at?
John, do that location is
That's a 21. Right now we're on East Fayetteville Road, heading towards Riverdale Road. East Fayetteville Road, heading towards Riverdale Road.
Okay, East Fayetteville towards Riverdale Road. All units go through.
Light traffic.
Yes, please.
Southbound going towards Riverdale Road. Southbound on Riverdale Road.
Okay, southbound on Riverdale Road.
Between 60 right now.
As the pursuit continued, deputies observed the suspect driving recklessly, endangering other motorists. Over the radio, Sheriff Levon Allen of Clayton County issued a direct order to get the vehicle off the road. Despite repeated efforts to stop him, the suspect refused to comply, escalating the intensity of the chase.
On this radio. Someone just went up on you running pursuit on a 34 vehicle. Right now we're on Church Street heading towards Highway 85 in the city of Riverdale. Still light traffic. Speed 60.
Sheriff, when you authorize, take the vehicle off the road if you can.
Okay, Isaac is primary, I'm behind on secondary. Going on the roadway, going between cars. Speed now be 50, 60. Stop sign.
I'm clear over traffic.
Isaac, get him off the roadway now. Get off the roadway now. Just get ready.
I'm clear on the 49.
As the suspect attempted to overtake a vehicle on the right, he briefly lost control, forcing him to slow down. This mistake gave the trooper the perfect opportunity to catch up and execute a precise pit maneuver, sending the suspect's vehicle into a ditch. The suspect seemed to consider fleeing on foot, but the trooper had already exited his patrol car and swiftly apprehended him, taking him into custody without further incident. Streetsboro police are investigating a Sunday evening chase after a man fled from a routine traffic stop. According to Police Lieutenant Tricia Wayne, the pursuit began around 7:20 p.m. near State Route 43 and Frost Road.
South on Morgan Square,
The suspect, driving a white truck, tore down the road recklessly, showing no regard for the safety of other drivers. With 2 patrol cars in pursuit, officers were determined to bring this dangerous chase to an end. The suspect suddenly made a sharp left turn, weaving through residential streets and driving around houses, escalating the danger and making the pursuit even more intense for everyone involved. The suspect finally came to a stop, exiting the vehicle and fleeing on foot. After a 10-minute search, he was found hiding in the woods, apprehended, and taken into custody, bringing the pursuit to an end. In 2022, Trooper Jacob Bird was cruising at 70 miles per hour when a street racer blew past him like he was standing still. Without hesitation, Bird lit him up, Lights, sirens, the works. But in true racer fashion, the driver refused to stop. And just like that, the chase was on.
Had to look down Walton. I think we're, on 11s that are going. Okay, everybody.
The suspect pushed the pedal to the floor, reaching speeds even high for troopers to keep up. But speed means nothing when you don't know the roads. Flying into a curve at full speed, the suspect lost control, proving once again that unfamiliar streets and reckless driving don't mix.
Okay, he's got a pretty good jump on you. You lose sight of him. And intersection area.
Crashed out. He's crashed out. We got one on foot.
The driver bailed on foot, but he didn't get far. Troopers were right behind him and made the arrest within seconds. He was taken into custody without further incident, marking the end of yet another pursuit. If there's something you've noticed about Trooper Bird that sets him apart from the rest, drop it in the comments. And if you're enjoying this episode featuring the legend himself, make sure to let us know. June 20th, 2023, a woman was pulled over for speeding, but the moment she stopped on the side of the road, she took off. The trooper who stopped her quickly notified dispatch and called for backup. Moments later, Trooper Jacob Bird responded and took over the pursuit as the primary unit.
What kind of speed is he traveling now? Now, where are you? Up in the exit the door. With 21, if you can end it, get them out before they get to the same line.
After the woman lost a tire, Trooper Bird was ready to end it right then, but others advised waiting, thinking she might pull over. However, as the chase went on, it became clear that she had no intention of stopping.
You gotta take the 64D in the hotel.
Is it over or are they still in pursuit?
Trooper Bird has dealt with plenty of fast supercars in the past and stopped them with ease, and this was just another day at the office for the legend. The woman was taken out of the vehicle, arrested, and taken into custody without further incident. 2021, just before sunrise, a Georgia state trooper cruising westbound on I-20 was passed like he was standing still. by a blue Camaro flying down the left lane at over 100 miles per hour. What started as a routine patrol turned into a high-speed pursuit of a reckless driver in a stolen car, and this suspect had no intention of giving up quietly.
Getting off 26. Clear.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! I'm gonna shoot you!
Just as the trooper closed the distance, he didn't hesitate, slamming straight into the fleeing vehicle at high speed. The suspect bailed out and tried to run, but troopers were already on him, and there was nowhere left to go.
Show me your hands! Lay on the ground now! Get on the ground! Put your hands on your back!
I don't want to time.
You know what's wrong?
I was walking with that lady. What's wrong?
No, you wasn't.
I was.
No, you wasn't. Stand up. Come on.
What is wrong with y'all?
Come on, man.
That area in case you dropped up. I doing all this for no reason. What's wrong with y'all? I don't have nothing on me.
Nearby, Villa Rica officers took him into custody. The Camaro was later confirmed to be stolen from a dealership. Now facing a list of charges and a totaled car, Wyatt's early morning joyride came with a serious reality. 11th, 2023, just after 3 a.m., a trooper spotted two cars turning Atlanta's I-20 into a racetrack. So a Dodge Charger and a Tesla Model 3 weaving through traffic at over 140 miles per hour. They weren't just speeding. They were side by side, slowing down, then launching forward again like they were on a drag strip. Then came the radar reading, 167 miles per hour. And just like that, the chase was on.
795 Atlanta 1080 with a gray Tesla, RYE 7101, RYE 7101. Might be going connector northbound.
I'll follow it. Stay in one southbound.
We all know Teslas are some of the fastest SUVs on the road, but all of that means nothing when a Georgia State Trooper is behind you.
Get out! Get on the ground! Out of the car! Stay right there, don't move! Do not move, do you understand?
The driver, identified as Joseph Smith, was pulled from the vehicle and arrested at gunpoint. The smell of alcohol was undeniable. Smith agreed to a blood test and was taken to Grady Hospital for medical clearance, where concerns of spinal injury delayed immediate booking. Warrants were later filed, and by the time he was released from the hospital, The charges were already waiting. A street race turned police pursuit, and for Joseph Smith, it ended with wrecked metal, flashing lights, and a long road ahead. While out on patrol, an Arkansas state trooper was passed by a Mercedes CLS 550, a 408 horsepower machine flying down the road at high speed. The trooper immediately activated lights and sirens and began following the vehicle, but the driver made it clear they had no intention of stopping, and just like that, the chase was on. The trooper attempted to execute a TVI but couldn't get close enough. The Mercedes was speeding down the road at an extremely high rate, making it nearly impossible to safely perform the maneuver. The suspect continued to push the car to its limits, keeping the trooper just out of reach.
They're coming up to you right now. Speed's going to be 100, traffic is done. Coming up Forest Parkway right now. Trying to get on the buffer right now. Alright, stand by. His tire is going flat to black. I'm trying to get up to him. I can end it if I can get up to him. Forest Parkway.
As the chase continued down the highway, the suspect turned off the vehicle's lights and vanished into the night. The trooper continued searching down the road, but the Mercedes was nowhere to be found. With no visual and no safe way to continue, the pursuit was ultimately terminated. On May 6, 2021, Volusia County deputies were alerted to a pursuit involving a stolen Cocoa Police Department vehicle traveling north on I-95. As the vehicle entered Volusia County and Oak Hill, deputies quickly set up stop sticks along the highway to end the pursuit.
Guys, give me your speed. We're about 105, 110, trying to catch up. They're still a little ways away. It's pretty good traffic. Still south of that there one's got it, if you want to call it.
The officer executed a pit maneuver, sending the suspect into the trees. Despite helicopter assistance, the suspect evaded capture briefly, but deputies formed a group to search the area.
Watch him! Draw to me! Coming out the driver's side!
Y'all do not walk up on this car. We got enough people up here. Dog! Press the dog!
The suspect quickly ran from the trees, jumped into a patrol car, and despite officers being nearby, no one took immediate action. The suspect put the car in drive and fled once again, reigniting the chase.
Weapons accessible in the cab. Any other vehicle dealing with them, block your doors.
One officer successfully deployed spike strips, causing the suspect to lose 2 tires shortly after. This significantly impacted the pursuit, as the suspect's ability to continue fleeing was severely compromised.
Alright, everybody hold there. We need a canine up here. Mike, where you at? Pass and Williamson. Alright, he's braking for the median, guys. He's braking for the median. Braking for the median. Everybody slow down. Don't ball up here.
It's underneath the the wires. Underneath the wires. In the median.
We've got one thrown down on the ground.
Due to the deflated tires, the suspect was forced to come to a complete stop. He was arrested and taken into custody, facing multiple charges including armed burglary of a conveyance, escape, fleeing or attempting to elude law enforcement, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, grand theft firearm, grand theft motor vehicle, and driving while license suspended. Police were in pursuit of a stolen truck, doing everything they could to bring it to a stop. But as the chase escalated and control started slipping away, they called in backup. That's when Arkansas State Trooper Kennedy joined the pursuit, ready to finish what they started.
Start waving the units in again. 84-1037, 84-1037. On direct. The next directed for Adam 84-1037.
Off the median over the road.
Do you want me to start that way?
Turning up towards Reynolds.
Take it one way bridge. 3 to 84, Air Force getting
10-4, we're going south on Reynolds, coming over there.
South on Reynolds.
First chance I got, Eddie.
Little Rock didn't get called. We're collecting our.
Taking 123, going back eastbound, South Service Road.
Getting on the South Service Road and headed back east.
South Service Road headed east.
The moment Trooper Kennedy took over, he realized this wouldn't be an easy stop. The suspect was all over the road, pushing past 100 miles per hour, weaving through traffic like he had nothing to lose.
Traffic's still pretty heavy. Coming up on the
124 heavy traffic. 2350, there's a code 9, Commerce 183. 23, 21. Taking 124 heavy. 90 mile an hour. Taking the 124.
TBI South
Hold on. 124.
And he tried to bail on foot, looks like Little Rock's 1015.
With two well-executed pit maneuvers, Trooper Kennedy brought the chase to an end. The suspect jumped out and tried to run, but within seconds he realized there was nowhere left to go. He surrendered and he was taken into custody without further incident, and learned the hard way why you never flee from Arkansas State Troopers. In Fort Worth, Texas, on Thursday, January 30th, 2025, Lake Worth police attempted a traffic stop for a violation, but the driver, 35-year-old Nicholas Sides, had other plans. He hit the gas and took off, sparking a pursuit through the area. The chase came to a dramatic end when Sides crashed into a backyard near Sansom Park. But before officers could even get out of their cars, Sides jumped out and opened fire multiple times. Officers tried to de-escalate, giving him repeated commands to surrender. Instead, Sides ignored them, got back into the vehicle with the gun pointed at his own head, and somehow managed to drive past the officers once again.
He's about to get out. He's coming out.
The pursuit ended at a residence where Sides ran inside. A standoff began as the Fort Worth Police Crisis Intervention Team and SWAT responded, while officers from multiple agencies surrounded the home. For hours, negotiators tried to de-escalate the situation, but Sides made things worse, setting off fireworks around and inside the house. Eventually, he came out with a gun to his head, still refusing to comply with commands. Fort Worth SWAT deployed 40mm less lethal rounds in an effort to disarm Sides, but he responded by firing multiple rounds toward officers. In response, a SWAT officer fired one round, striking Sides in the torso. Medical aid was immediately rendered on scene, and Sides was transported to a local hospital where he was later pronounced dead, and no officers or civilians were injured during the incident.